Welcome and namaste to all of you. In this video, we'll talk about how creation takes place through organization. Without organization, there is no creation. For example, let's start with very material, gross level. If you drop a grain of rice on the floor, would it make a noise? Can you hear that noise? Or let's say a grain of sand. Suppose a grain of sand is dropped on the floor from this height. Would you hear it? Most likely not. 2 grains? No. 100 grains of rice or grains of sand? Maybe not. How about a billion grains of rice or a billion grains of sand together dropped on the floor? Yes, most likely you will hear that sound. So what it's saying is that atoms, or the smallest piece, smallest segment of an object, can be invisible, can be inaudible, you cannot hear it, or you may not notice it that it exists. But when it is together, then it begins to take shape, it can produce sound, and you can begin to see it. So in essence, what I am hinting at is that this bonding of particles in an atom and the density of atoms together, how they are organized, gives shape to objects and they begin to exist. If all the atoms are scattered, distributed in space, you don't see an object. If when stars collide and ash and dust and gases spread throughout the nearby universe, you don't see any object. But the same dust begins to coalesce, come together and bond and take a shape and start producing heat, energy. It becomes a star, and any leftover pieces become planets and asteroids and comets and other small bodies. So you have a solar system born out of dust, and the same solar system can also disappear in the dust. You can increase the scale to galactic level or universal level or even multiversal level, is how matter is organized, coalesced, how it is condensed, what is the size, volume, or matter density. If it is dense, condensed, tightly packed atoms, you'll see a rock. If the atoms are distributed a little bit farther apart, there is more space between them, you see wood. And if there is self-generating life force, prana, and intelligence, you see intelligent creatures. So, in essence then, the whole material world is organized matter. And that organization is quite diverse, different densities, different distribution, different gaps between atoms. So you have different shape, form of products, of things that exist around you. And then the color comes from how light is reflected. And I have talked about color in some previous video, that actually color is in your eyes. It's the light reflected, and which wavelength of light is reflected, which is absorbed, then that color which is reflected is what you see. The color that is absorbed, that part of light spectrum that you do not see, in the product, because it is absorbed. When it is reflected, you see it. So without going further into this topic, let's stay with the topic that the whole creation is organized matter, but that organization requires knowledge, intelligence. How the matter will be organized is the cause. Matter is raw material, organization is the cause, and intelligence behind that organization is a superior cause. And that intelligence, when it is combined with energy, helps to organize matter in different ways, and you see the whole world around you. So that was in a very succinct way what I understand and I am sharing with you is how the whole existence is created. Thank you for listening, and we'll come back again soon.